Slavisa Jokanovic is a surprise contender for the Chelsea job, and despite being a former Blues midfielder, some of the younger supporters may be wondering who he is. The big Serb is leading Fulham in their push for promotion to the Premier League and is doing so via attacking free-flowing football at Craven Cottage. Here, Sportsmail takes a closer look at who the 49-year-old is, and what he could bring to Chelsea if they decide to look in a different direction. Who is he? A friend of Jose Mourinho's and someone who has studied Carlo Ancelotti training sessions. In his playing days, however, Jokanovic was a physical defensive midfielder. After circling clubs in Serbia, he attempted to crack Spain, then signed for Chelsea for £1.7 million from Deportivo La Coruña in 2000. 2 years later, he was released by the West Londoners. An honest statement on Chelsea's official website at the time read, "He wasn't the most popular player with the fans, but his input was always appreciated by the staff and players." Some supporters dubbed him the Joker, and he bore the brunt of the Stamford Bridge boo boys. It is safe to say he is having a greater impact as a manager in England than he did a player. So if he was a defensive midfielder, does he set up his sides defensively as a manager? Not at all. Jokanovic prefers to play attacking football. He is brave, having previously admitted that even if he did not have the players, he would still stand by his bold setup. It is working wonders at Craven Cottage. Fulham are the joint top scorers in the Championship, level with Wolves, and have not lost in the league since December. They currently sit fourth top. Any other positives? He is seen as someone who can command a changing room, and his man management has led to compliments from former players of his. At Fulham, whose training ground is rather small, he had a room made exclusive for the first team to be able to talk freely and exchange opinion without the worry of being overheard. It made them feel more comfortable, and he is seeing the benefit of that on Saturdays. When Jokanovic spots anything wrong in the squad, he intervenes, such as by telling his captain to take the boys out for a meal so that they can sort it out themselves. A little independence does not hurt. What is his management history? Jokanovic has been successful at several clubs. Early in his management career, he did the double with Serbian side Partizan, winning the league and the cup. A tale from his homeland says that he was then named the best coach in Serbia by the country's football association, but refused to receive the award because of Partizan's poor results in the UEFA Cup group stages. The next season, Partizan did the double again. He then left for a new challenge and took over Muangthong United in Thailand. He led them to the Thai Premier League title in his first and only season, going unbeaten in the process. He will be best remembered for his time in charge of Watford, securing them promotion to the Premier League but then leaving before the next season started. Wait, so what happened at Watford? Watford were promoted to the Premier League with a match to spare under Jokanovic's management. Yet 2 months later, he would be replaced by Quique Sanchez Flores. It was a contractual disagreement that led to the Serb's departure from Watford. His existing deal was expiring and the Hornets were believed to only offer him a basic £1 million. It would have made him by far the lowest paid boss in the Premier League. Jokanovic wanted closer to £2.5 million, but Watford would not budge, and neither would he, and that was that. So what did he do? Jokanovic took over Israeli club Maccabi Tel Aviv weeks later and led them to group stages of the Champions League for the first time. After around 6 months, Jokanovic wanted to be back in England and so took over Fulham, who paid a £367,000 compensation fee to Maccabi to secure his services. Fulham were 18th in the Championship at the time. He helped them avoid dropping down to the League One and is now trying to get them promoted to the Premier League. His contract runs until 2019. Don't Chelsea usually go for the big names? They do, and that's why former Barcelona boss Luis Enrique will continue as overwhelming favourite to take over from Antonio Conte. Going for someone such as Jokanovic would be a change of pace, but the 49-year-old is certainly ready for his chance in the Premier League.